Greg. Oh my god.
Oh, it's so loud over there.
Oh, it hurts so bad.
It's like beer ball. Worse.
I'm gonna die. My stomach legitimately hurts.
Uh,
Oh, what's up, everyone? Sticks and Balls Podcast. For those listening at home, Tyler and I just shotgunned a beer
it's been a while.
for our main man, Greg Malfeasy, who's not here today.
Suckering at work.
Because of work commitments. It's month-end close for him.
Oh, yeah. It is the 30th.
Oh my gosh. I'm wearing compression spandex, like leggings, too, because I'm going to the gym after this. And it's just all tight right on the gut.
He's ready to go.
All tight right on the gut. I'm going to die. Okay. Game one of the Stanley Cup Finals had started. Pretty bullshit of a game.
Oh, yeah. Preds got screwed. They really
did.
Got screwed. It was the first time, I think, ever that I think the game was rigged.
Really?
That no goal for the offsides. No bueno. Should have counted. I even called low blocker was going to be the first goal on Murray. Tony can attest to that. Even though the second goal that I did count was a low blocker too. So,
well, did it go 5-hole? Or did it go in like the short side?
Short side, yeah.
Like the 6-hole?
Yeah, almost. Yeah,
As I like to call it. Well, before we get even more in depth with this game, sorry in advance if we're burping. We just shotgunned a beer. What do you expect?
That was good.
We're gonna break down game one. Do a little preview, what we think Nashville and Pittsburgh need to do better going into game two. A little preview of that. We're going to bring back our Sticks and Balls, Beauts and Bums that we had, I believe, for the semis or the first round.
I think we did first round.
First round? Well, we're going to be doing it for the conference finals. We're both going to be doing one beauty and one bum apiece. Not for teams, just in general for the round, who we think was a beauty and who was a bum. We're going to be doing What Are We Drinking, as normal. And then we'll just leave it up if there's anything else on the docket, right?
Yeah.
Do you have anything else?
Or
Tyler has something from
yeah.
Cap Friendly that he'd like to talk to us about.
I had a little fun. It's a super team, pretty much.
A super team.
We can talk about.
I like super teams.
Yeah, we can talk about it, how a team would actually work, because they might be unstoppable.
Well, we will see.
In this modern era.
My stomach is finally calming down, so let's go. Game one. Okay. Score was 5-3 with an empty netter.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh really got dominated the entire game.
37 minutes without a shot.
Yes.
First time.
And they ghostly got credited with a shot on goal in the second period. Did you see that?
No. They
announced that they were outshot like 10-0, and then a couple minutes later the guy on the there's a correction to the shots on goal. It is now 10-1.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was the first time since it was like 1950 when they kept stats that their team's been shut out in a playoff game. The shots. That's pretty impressive. Nashville was dominating them, and then came back, but couldn't go in for the kill, I guess.
Pekka did not play good,
no,
in my opinion. That first goal was bad. The second goal was not his fault by any means.
Oh yeah,
you just can't let that pass go through the slot.
Yep.
Wide open back door. Someone lost their matchup there. The third goal.
Oh no, it hit off the defenseman.
No, that was the third goal. The second goal was Chris Kunitz cross slot pass to
sure had that
to
open
Connor
net.
Sheary.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful play.
Yeah, it was.
The third goal was terrible. If he had that much time to stretch across and poke check that wide, why not just grab it and keep it in? I understand what you're doing, while you're trying to poke it away from the net.
He's a lefty. You can't
What was this?
reach across.
It didn't seem like it was going that fast. Yeah. I don't understand why
So
goalies. Granted, I am not a goalie by any means. I've played two games goalie when I was a pony. But I don't understand why goalies, instead of just like poking it across into a corner, just stop it with their paddle and go completely perpendicular to the play, stop it, and then just cover it.
Try to keep the play moving. I don't know.
I know.
I don't know. I'm not a goalie. They're weird.
Yeah. But, I mean, Matthias Ekholm, like, what's the number one rule? Is it in the defensive zone? You got to face the puck.
Yeah.
He wasn't back-checking on anyone. He was just skating towards his back post, really.
Yeah.
While the play was going on to his right side. And that's what happens when you're not really watching the puck. Like, Mohawk turn and face the play.
Mohawk turn.
Mohawk turn.
Big round.
Little insider there. Inside joke.
Pecorine had a .636 save percentage.
It was terrible. So I caught the first goal. I'm not going to lie. I turned it off after that. So I missed the second and third.
Yeah.
But also, I went to turn it back on, and I was blacked out on my Apple TV. And I was already too comfortable in my own bed to go back downstairs. So I was able to find an illegal stream, but it was already 3-3, and I couldn't rewind. And then literally 2 minutes later, Jake Gensel scored. So I'm like, fuck, I'm bad luck to these guys. They scored 2 goals when I'm not watching.
Preds. Yeah, I stopped after the second period. I had to go home, get some sleep. It's been a long weekend.
So you didn't catch the goals either?
No, just the Ellis one.
Well,
that's the only one I caught.
Let's, I'm going to watch them right now.
Oh.
If you want to talk about anything about this game, feel free.
The review?
Yeah,
Bullshit.
Ramble on about that while I'm pulling up these goals.
When they freeze frame it and they zoom in, it's too pixelated, I think, to really tell if he was offsides or not. Let alone, even if he did have his back leg picked up while catching the puck in stride, he's crossing over, gaining entry to the zone, which everybody does. It's fundamental hockey right there. The picture was not clear enough, in my opinion, to determine that he was offsides. You couldn't tell where the puck was. You couldn't tell if his skate was off the ice yet. And it was just too much. And Prez really got screwed out of it. They, going up 1-0, who knows what happens after that.
And then, what was it, 3 goals in 4 minutes there?
Yeah, it was almost that quick. Something like that. See, 15:32, 16:37, and 19:43. So, almost 4 minutes. It's a completely different game now.
Their second goal, Colton Sisson scored. Shot from Roman Josi. Sisson's tipped it in.
Oh, okay.
Came in. It was one of those. It was a power play goal. And
Sisson's, he's got 4 goals in 2 games now. Stepping up big for Johansson being out.
Yep. And then I'm about to watch Freddie Gaudreau, his goal.
Oh, yeah.
He scored the third one. But to play a little devil...
Freddie Hockey, I saw tweet.
Freddie Hockey. I mean, so about that play, it's the right call. I mean, like, you could tell that his foot is off the ice a little. It's not conclusive enough, in my opinion, to call that.
Overturn it.
Yeah. I thought it was BS, and I just think it's super hypocritical of the NHL. Freddie Gaudreau's was just a bang-bang play. Guy comes around the net, pass out front goal. It's super hypocritical of the NHL to have a challenge like this when they're trying to increase scoring.
I know. There's a lot of that.
Did you see Puck Daddy's tweet?
No, I didn't see that one.
It was like basically in all caps, NHL. How can we think about getting more goals and blah, 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 trying to improve the product on the ice? And then it was like...
If you're still...
And then it's like, NHL, let's make a offsides call, an offsides challenge rule.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
I mean, especially in the play, it was probably a good at least 30 seconds before the play, the entry, which is, maybe they cap it at a certain time. Like, it has to be, like, instantaneous. So, like, if you're doing, like, a Carlson sauce from your own goal line to a guy, just bring him on a breakaway. Maybe that's when you can overturn it.
Mm-hmm.
But do some sort of... You gotta at least tweak it.
Well, the thing is that, like, they blow it back because the play technically never should have been allowed to go on.
Yeah.
So as long as there's not a whistle, then they just restart the entire thing, which is still BS. I think it's just one of those, like, It's too close to call by.
It's part of human error.
Yeah,
I mean,
human
it's too
error.
close.
Yeah.
And the ref was right there. He's not looking straight down at the guy's feet in front of him. So he's calling it. And
Like, the only logical thing that I could think of to really get it down is to put sensors in the pucks, sensors in the skates, and then get the same technology that, like, tennis and soccer have for, like, line technology, where there's, like, 15 different cameras all across the lines, and it basically just
CGI
computes
picture.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you just have a chip reading when the puck goes in and then when their skate goes in.
Mm-hmm.
But that's hundreds of thousands of dollars for all the teams in the league just to maybe call once every 7 games. It's not worth it, which is why I think they should just wash the rule, or at least allow them to have, if you're dragging a foot, if it's not on the ice but you can definitely see it, be on sides, then you're on sides.
Hashtag off-season content.
Hashtag off-season content.
Definitely, they're talking that in the GM meetings.
Yep.
How to change it, whatever. But
tweak it, just improve it.
I know that's what they're trying to do when they first started this, but because what is it? It was almost like 5 years ago when Duchesne was like completely off sides or something, and like he circled back and he got a goaler. I'm trying to remember the play, but he was like good and like on like 4 or 5 feet off sides. He still called it a goal, so, and that's what everybody thinks about, but then there's something like this that usually happens where the difference is so minuscule that it's hard to tell.
I just think maybe improve reffing instead of having to bring in technology, because honestly, like, before they made this, like, there wasn't that many drastic of plays. Like, if they called that on sides last night, I don't think Pittsburgh would have gotten mad. Like, if they allowed that goal. Like, if in an alternate universe when that rule isn't implemented, no one's getting upset about that.
Yeah.
No one's saying that's offsides.
Like, looking at it to see if it's even challengeable.
Yeah. But even still, like, it's so minuscule that it's so hard to tell that he was actually offsides, which is BS.
And change the whole outcome of the game.
I think earlier in the playoffs, they didn't challenge it or I definitely watched, like, Minnesota game when Zach Parise was off by, like, 2 or 3 feet. Because he was circling around, and they ended up scoring. And no one challenged it, but he definitely was offsides. And then Matt Duchesne won. I know what you're talking about. He was offsides. Yeah. But, like, how many times is that drastic of an offsides missed? Like, just...
Like, rarely.
Rarely, exactly. So just
twice in the past 5
have
years.
refs be in a better position or something.
Yeah. I know it's a fast game. It's hard to keep your eye on everything, but there's 2 of them out there, and they should catch something that drastic. But it is what it is. We're not in league officials.
Yep.
We're not thinking what they're thinking.
That's true.
So I can't even ref little kids. So
I have, and it's very challenging.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, so let's finish this game off. So Nashville ties it up 3-3. I think there's like 6 minutes left in the game, something like that.
Yeah.
And then Jake Gensel gets the first shot off for Pittsburgh in like almost 40 minutes and just rips one top Ched on Pekka.
Great shot,
but at the same time, Pekka's got to save that.
Defense is a screen, short side.
You're 6'8", and it brushes your ear and goes middle bar. Middle Ched. Not really, he didn't really put it in the elbow, Ched.
No.
That was almost like in the middle of the net. Because he ducked.
He did kind of seem like a little off his post a little bit, too.
Yeah.
So.
I just don't understand. Like, you're freaking 6'8". You don't need to go to your butterfly. Again, like, me critiquing goalies when I'm not a goalie, but still.
Well, when you're 6'8", you're still pretty built in your butterfly, I guess. I mean, your shoulders are almost at the post, the crossbar.
True, but when you're standing up in, like, a ready position there, if he doesn't move, that's
how goalies are trained now.
I know.
Drop for everything.
They drop for everything. That's why Marty is the best. And then I forgot who closed it off with an empty netter. Benino. Made it 5-3.
Future Sabre, hopefully.
Future Devil, hopefully.
Got ties.
Well, did you see? Let's finish this and we'll talk about it when you get to the cap friendly thing.
Okay.
But they might be increasing the cap by $2 million.
That's good.
It's great for teams like us with cap space.
Yeah, just gotta.
And
the thing is, even with all the cap space you want, players still get to choose who they sign. So you could throw $10 million at a guy if he doesn't want to come, then
that's true.
What's the point?
But at the same time, like, it's hard to turn down money.
$10 million is a lot of money.
Yeah. Okay, so game 2. Preds, I think, just bring the same thing. Try not to get into penalty trouble early. Bring the same effort.
Oh,
because they dominated the game.
Game 1, Crosby should have called with interference right before they scored that goal.
I agree.
That was bullshit.
And the cross check, he was falling.
The one in front of the net?
Hornquist was falling down, yeah.
And then the one on Daly that Neil got.
That was
Daly,
soft.
Yeah, Daly dove. He just went. Yeah.
Everyone's been cross-checking everyone this entire playoffs. You got to let that go.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I saw later, it was in the beginning of the second, where Penguins defenseman cross-checked Nashville forward in the back, in front of their net. Went down, no penalty.
Yeah,
same exact play.
Now
that's why game was rigged.
I can come to Sid's defense a little on that missed interference call. From the perspective of the referee, he's on the opposite side of the ice.
Yeah, when you
that's
look
hard
at it
to see
from the corner where Sid's at,
it just looks like he's rolling.
You can't even see the ref
because there's two guys in the way.
Yeah.
But even still, the opposite ref in the neutral zone, that's a perfect view. He should have called that.
By Crosby backed up, got in the guy's way, knocked him down,
and he sort of flew an elbow there. Yeah. But from the other ref's perspective, the closer one, it just looks like he's rolling off and sort of boxing him out.
Just trying to get to the puck because he's turning towards the puck.
He literally takes one step, pivots, pops him, and then goes to the puck. So Sid's crafty with that stuff, man. That's his game.
I know.
That's his thing. He's really good with that.
He's the best player.
Yeah.
He gets. I mean,
he dishes it out as much as he gets it.
He's a bitch, whatever, but still the best player.
Yes.
Gets away with a lot of shit, but two assists that game.
Yeah. Hey, that's good for
20 minutes.
Is he your fantasy guy for Scotty's fantasies pool?
I have him and Yossi.
Me too. So.
And I'm not going anywhere. I don't think.
Neither am I. I'm not in last, which is I'm happy about.
I was in fifth, tied for fifth, so.
I was very flustered filling out that fantasy pool.
Yeah, Yossi got an assist.
Yes, he did. He assisted on Colton Sissons. Okay. Game 2, who do you think is going to win? Nashville, you think so?
I think they come back.
Give me a score.
I think it's going to be tighter. 2-1. 3-2. Like that. Right now he makes a bounce back. He has to. What was it against St. Louis? I think he got lit up one game. And then he bounced back with like a shutout or something.
I think so.
Something like that. I'm trying to...
And by lit up, it probably wasn't even that bad.
Let's see. Goals against. You got a. I don't know. That was a loss. That was all wins. I don't know. Maybe it wasn't that. Maybe I think it's something else, but.
Could be thinking about Marc-Andre Fleury.
Yeah. Oh, this regular season, that's why. Actually, I'll look at my stats beforehand.
Yeah,
Be
you
prepared.
Should. Jesus Christ, Tyler.
I wasn't. Sorry.
That's all right. Let's transition to our beauts and bums.
Okay.
Well,
you go first?
I need to make a prediction. I think Pittsburgh's going to win.
Oh, okay.
I think it's going to be the classic home team wins 2, next home team wins 2, and then it's on from there. 3-1 empty netter.
Okay, I see it. I definitely did not see 5-3 in the first game.
Neither
I thought
did
it was
I.
going to be goals like I'm predicting for the second game.
But if Pittsburgh plays that same as last game, then I definitely could see Nashville winning because you don't win many games with that type of play. They got lucky.
Yeah, it was lucky they scored 3.
They literally got all the bounces,
all
i.e.
the
that
calls.
third goal. They got all the calls. And how many total shots did they end the game with? Was it less than 10?
It was 11, I think.
11? You just can't win that way.
45% shooting right there. That's pretty good.
Okay. Pretty good. Okay. Beauts and bums. Conference finals. Tyler, give me your first beaut.
I'm going with Eric Carlson.
Eric Carlson. Yep.
He's, even though they lost, just averaging like 26 minutes a game.
Ridiculous.
Appreciated 6 points in 7 games. 5 points in 7 games. Plus 5. He's playing on fractures and muscle damage in his ankle.
This one kid on my team, from Oswego, tried telling me that his team is better without him on the ice. And he tweeted some crazy Opta analytical stats at me.
So it's the same people that would say Ristolainen or Cody Franzen is better than Ristolainen because of analytics.
But he was telling me
the fuck?
that he only matches up against the second and third line players on the other teams. And I'm like, no.
Against Sidorino the whole time.
Yeah, he's matching up against their best players the entire time because he's out there. A normal player is out there once every 3 shifts. He's out there 2 every 3 shifts. So it's double rest, back out there. Double rest, back out there. So he'll get the matchup against the best players, and then he'll get matches up against the second and third line because he's out there so much. The time he's sitting is when they're sending out their 4th line or something like that. So, I still stand by Eric Carlson's my top player in the league. Top 3 at most. At worst.
Yeah.
And I think this was a huge, hello, I'm here. Eric Carlson saying that to everyone in the league.
But they already knew. I mean,
smart hockey fans knew, but not casual hockey fans.
Oh yeah, but he already had a Norris. He's the best He was the best offensive team man, and now he finally has that defensive game.
He's such a class act too. Did you hear what he was saying to Sid in the handshake line and stuff?
No.
Just wishing him luck and hope that he goes and wins it and that he stays healthy and stuff like that. And
good Swedish guy right there.
Great Swedish guy.
Swede.
He's a good captain too.
Yeah.
My beauty is another Swede. Is he Swedish or is he Finnish? He's Swedish, right? Philip Forsberg.
Yeah, he's Swedish.
7.6 games in the conference finals. I believe he scored 3 goals in 3 straight games to start the series. Some big goals too. Big goals. Even though they ended up losing a couple of the games in those, he still had game tying goals.
Yeah. Obviously with Johansson out, he's the go-to guy now.
Mm-hmm. Great hair, obviously.
He's Swedish.
I don't really have anything more. That's all I have to say about that. Because just like Carlson, Philip Forsberg is pretty good. Yeah. Pretty good. Who's your bum?
I'm happy I just thought of this, but Jonathan Bernier. Blew it.
You bum.
He's such a bum. He blew it for them.
Literally one. Yeah, one job.
He had one start, and where is this? All right, one start, 16 shots against, 12 saves, 750 goals against, or save percentage, 4 goals against. Come on.
Hey, Anaheim, we'll give you Corey Schneider for Cam Fowler. You guys look like you need a goalie.
Well, they have Gibson. He was just injured.
He wasn't that good, though, in the playoffs, statistically.
He's 23. He's fine. But anyways.
Playing devil's advocate here.
I don't know why you want to get rid of Corey Schneider.
Well, because by the time we get good, he's going to be 34. It's 2 sides of the story. So yeah. I was actually listening to that sit-down Pierre LeBrun had with Ray Shiro that I sent you. Did you watch that?
No, I didn't watch it.
So Ray even called out the people that say you should trade Corey because by the time you get good, folks just listening on the podcast, I'm using air quotes when I say by the time you get good, he'll be past his prime. But then Ray goes, I see where they're coming from, but at the same time, if Nashville gets rid of Pekka, they don't go on this run. If Ottawa gets rid of Craig Anderson, they don't go on this run. So
they're goalies.
Really, it's just I don't need to get rid of my goalie to help speed up my rebuild. It's more I need to just speed up my rebuild by getting better players in front of him, because if Corey has better defensemen. 2 years ago, our defense in New Jersey was much better than last year's, even though our offense was worse. Corey was almost a Vezina candidate, if not an MVP candidate, if he doesn't get hurt with a month and a half left in the season.
Yeah, I remember that,
So,
did New Jersey be fine? They're the first overall pick.
We'll see.
They'll be fine.
It sounds very much like we're drafting and we're not trading away that pick. It would be dumb if we traded away that pick.
He has to be blown away for an offer. Like, Duchesne, something else, maybe. Who knows?
Package with defensive players. Who's Chuck Fletcher?
He's Minnesota coach or GM.
Okay, because he texted Rashiro right after that.
Oh, I saw the tweet. Somebody was jokingly about it.
He said, "Hey, we'll give you our first pick. It's the 85th overall pick."
Yeah, we own the Sabres. Have their second pick, and Arizona has their first. That sucks. Same with Washington. They don't have a first or second round.
Minnesota might have a bounce. Not bounce back in good, but literally they're going to bounce back. Words.
Take a step back.
Yeah, taking a step back.
They're getting older. I mean, still Granlund and Coyle and Zucker and Niederreiter, but they have to sign all those guys.
Exactly. So we'll see. That'll be exciting to see.
Hashtag off-season content.
So Jonathan Bernier was your bum.
Yes.
My bum is Ryan Kessler. Same team.
Yeah. Why?
How many?
Why? What are you looking for?
Well, because it's known that he's a pest. But at the same time, he's a 30-goal scorer or close to.
Used to be,
consistently.
Yeah. He's 20 now. He's a good 20 scorer.
A very, very good 20. If he wanted to be, if he had his role changed, he could be a 30-goal scorer if he wanted to be. But he's good enough. His team's good enough around him where he can be that pest. Yeah. In Vancouver, his offense was much more needed than in Anaheim.
Not necessarily. I don't think so. I think because he was younger and he was able to play more. They saw the Sedins then.
He was only 32.
It's a lot of mileage. For a guy like that, the guy he plays a lot of mileage.
It's ironic that he's trying to be a pest then.
He's too good at it though. And it's,
he reminds me of an old dude in men's league. He's just hacking everyone and hooking everyone in the hip.
Yeah. I mean, he's always a Selke finalist. He's top 3, top 4.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's won it a couple years ago. I think he actually got it. But I just forgot what I was going to say.
Oh, he's just a bum because he tried to stop Ryan Johansson and he couldn't.
Yeah,
couldn't stop those Preds because they kept rolling.
I just want to see Greg just squeam in the seat.
Yeah, he's rolling right now. Okay.
That's hilarious.
We are flying here, folks. We are going pretty quick. Not a lot of tangents when Greg Malfeasy isn't on set.
2 of us.
I know.
It's always that third mindset that kind of... you already had a couple tangents, but added that third one, and then you're always going.
That's true. Okay, so it's time for What Are We Drinking?
Oh, yeah.
I'll just start since mine's already pointing to the camera real quick, and you have to open yours. I'm drinking the Coors Light Silver Bullet. Wasn't able to go to the beer store today, folks. Wasn't able to stop at the one-stop beer shop, which is right next to my work. Great little craft brewery store if you guys ever needed to check it out. It's on Ridgeway Avenue in DeBello's Plaza. Little
beer and grocery
plug there. Yeah, on the plaza says beer and grocery, but their website one-stop beer shop. I was swamped today at work, so I wasn't able to go. So I'm just drinking my dad's Coors lattes, the Silver Bullet, and the Silver Bullet is Jake Gensel. He is the Silver Bullet to the Nashville Predators. They didn't have a shot for 37 minutes. They get one shot off of Jake Gensel's stick, and it was a Silver Bullet top ched. See you later, Pecorine.
I think he's tied for...
He has the most goals in the playoffs right now, with 10.
Yeah, he's U.S.-born tied for rookies.
He's either tied or one away.
Yeah, and then he's a couple away from, I think, total rookie points.
Mm-hmm.
By everybody. I think it's Billy Leno and Dino Cicerelli had 21 points. He has 7.
Billy Leno.
I know. And then we signed him to a $4.5 million for 6 years and ultimate.
Because he only had one good playoff.
Wait. He's making a clothing line now and wherever the hell he's at. And the one shirt It was like, I think it was really dark themed. It was like jail cell. He's like, this is how I felt my last year with the Sabres. He didn't score a single goal. It was like prison, and he went on about it, and people were just ripping him apart.
Just play better, man. Get rid of those freaking white Reeboks that he had.
Those are ugly.
They were so bad.
Terrible.
But that Jake Gensel is my silver bullet. I like him. He's American. He's from Omaha, Nebraska.
Nothing wrong with the good Omaha boy.
What are you drinking,
All right.
Tyler?
I have the Sierra Nevada Sidecar Orange Pale Ale. Because this year, for the first time in his career, PK Subban is riding Sidecar, the Roman Yossi, and he's a better player for it.
His game is much more well-rounded.
Yes. It helps playing with Ekholm, too. He doesn't have to worry about the pressure of Montreal. He doesn't have to worry about being the number one defenseman. Doesn't have to be the voice in the locker room, anything. He came there. He bought into the system. He's playing fantastic. His numbers are down a little bit, but overall,
he's in the Stanley Cup final. Who cares?
Exactly. It doesn't matter. He's playing great. BK, we all love you. That should have been a goal last night. We're sorry. And
he's grown on me so much.
Keep celebrating, dude.
I haven't watched his E60 yet. I also don't know if it's aired.
No. But it was like the one clip where he's getting like, why do people hate on you for celebrating? And shit?
Yeah, he's like, in the NHL, it's really hard to score.
Especially as a defenseman.
And I get excited when I score because I'm playing against the best players in the league, so I'm going to celebrate. Sue me.
The guy donates millions and millions of dollars.
$10 million to the Children's Hospital of Montreal.
Exactly. How can you not like the guy? He's beauty on the ice. He's a beauty off the ice.
Yeah, he's literally in Smashville for a day when he got traded there, and he's singing karaoke to Johnny Cash.
I remember that.
At a bar on, is it, Broadway Ave there?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was in that bar when I was down there.
I
remember it. Like, when I was down there for the All-Star game, 2 years ago now, straight, like, here's a rink. Here's, like, they had the stage going on for all the concerts and stuff. They had a little rink here, and then here's the strip right here. Every bar had music coming out of it. You know, it was wonderful. Weather was great. Great city. They love hockey down there now.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Greg has to say about this. I have a frequent Flyers card through Southwest, and I have, 75,000 miles on there to use, or points. I think we should go to Nashville next season for a game.
I want to be in every single arena.
That's my bucket list for MLS.
That's my bucket list for hockey. Right now, I just got...
Oh, I got the burps now. Goddamn shotgun.
I got the Joe Louis this year. Final year, thank God.
What are all the ones that you've been to?
Just Joe Louis and Keybank.
That's it?
Yeah.
I have been to Buffalo. I have been to Ottawa. I've been to New Jersey.
Oh, you're just making fun of me now. I just started this bucket list. I'm sorry.
I've been to the one in the Florida Panthers
really?
For an American Idol concert. Not for a hockey game. Doesn't count.
Doesn't count.
I know, I'm joking. So I've been to Buffalo, Ottawa, New Jersey, Philadelphia. Almost got beat up as a 10-year-old in 6th grade. Some dude straight up told like me and my dad, like, you're lucky you're a little kid, man, or else we'd beat your ass.
Probably. It's Broad Street bullies right there.
I hate the Flyers. Bunch of pricks. And I think that's it. Yeah. New Jersey, The Rock. Beautiful rink.
How old is that? It's somewhat decent, right?
Sophomore year in high school. So, what's that, 7 years?
9 years.
9 years? 9 years?
We're 7 years graduating now, dude. It's 2017.
Then 9 years, yeah.
We're getting old.
Dude, we are getting old. Okay. We just did, what are we drinking?
Yeah.
Now it's time for your team that you're talking up here. Let's hear it.
So I had a little fun. A little time to kill after work. That would be fun. Let's see if it was possible to combine Penguins forwards, Nashville defensemen. If it was cap friendly.
You got way too much time on your hand. Oh my God.
But think of this team. All right, first of all, without a goalie, I have $9,700,000 of cap space. That's without a goalie. And that's with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just because everybody, except for PK Subban on the Nashville D, is on an extremely cap-friendly contract. I mean, $4,375,000 and 250. They should all be making $7 million.
Agreed.
But anyways, if you think about the puck moving, offensive capability, defensive capability of the Nashville D combined with the forwards, I mean, think how lethal Crosby would be if Yossi, Subban,
Was feeding him the puck.
or Ellis, yeah, instead of Ian Cole. I mean, Schultz does a good job, but Dumoulin, Trevor Daley is decent. Without Letang, they don't have him.
Did you keep Letang? I'm curious about that. You got rid of him? So
No,
you literally just flip flopped.
Yeah, so I have every single forward from Crosby all the way down to Tom Kuhnhackl. And then I have Ekholm, Subban, Yossi, Ellis, Irwin, and Weber. Obviously, those guys actually only get 11 minutes a game anyways. But, I mean, I didn't, like, this team, do they lose? I mean, we were talking about,
No.
like the 60s Montreal when they lost, 4 games in 60 games or whatever it was. Like, I mean, yeah, 82 schedule, it's tough, and you have off games and everything, but top to bottom.
Man, it's a stacked team.
It's scary.
I mean, well, devil's advocate.
Yeah.
The 2011 Chicago Blackhawks, did they win the Stanley Cup that year? Or was that the Kings?
10. 11 was Bruins.
Okay, so 2010.
Yeah.
Or the next time they won in 13.
Yeah.
When it had, their decor was Duncan Keith,
Seabrook,
Johnny Oduya,
Yeah.
Jalmerson,
Leddy.
Nick Leddy.
I think he was still in there.
And all
Yeah,
those
he was
guys
still in there.
were in their prime or even before it. So
Yeah.
it's sort of equivalent to this Nashville D.
Yep. All
And
under 30. pretty much.
arguably, the Chicago forwards were just as good, if not better, than the forwards on this Pittsburgh team.
Yeah.
That would be a fun conversation to have. Which team was better?
Looking back on them,
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could easily pull it up and just look at the roster.
I mean, just
I guess.
Google 2013 Stanley Cup Final Chicago Blackhawks. But
I mean, I guess I forgot about that.
I mean, just off the top of my head, Hossa, 4 years younger than he is now. Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves, Patrick Sharp. Who else?
All right. So, this is the lockout season again. Patrick Kane, Taves, Hossa, Saad, Keith, Bickle is still good, Stahlberg, Seabrook, Sharp, Leddy, Shaw, Boland, Kruger, Oduya, Roosevelt, Frolik, Jalmerson, Hanzus, Jimmy Hayes. Before he left. I mean, that's all the decent ones. But, yeah, I mean, that's
Pretty stacked.
that is a pretty stacked team. There, yeah, Nicoletti's still on there.
Granted, well, I don't know. I'm assuming, but I don't want to assume wrong. You would take Sidney Crosby and Malkin over Taves and Kane? 10 times out of 10, I'm taking that.
On a GM, like I'm building a team. Yeah.
No. Get rid of their cap,
Okay.
strictly on ability, and their player, their playing ability.
No. Kane and Taves. They're both winners now. That's the thing.
Fun conversation.
I mean, Taves is obviously the best defensive guy out of the 4, but he also puts up points, so it's helpful. Like I don't know. I can't.
It's sort of comparing apples to oranges,
I
but
guess-
at the same time, they both won 2 Stanley Cups.
Well, Chicago's got 3. They got 3.
They have 3. Well, Pittsburgh potentially can have 3.
That too. But I guess Crosby and Malkin, because they're both centers. So I mean, you got that 1-2 punch. They both make shitty players around them so much better.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
So is Patrick Kane, though.
That's true.
I'm picking Sidney Crosby and Malkin. For those listening, let us know who would you rather have, Malkin and Crosby or
Kane and Taves.
Kane and Taves. That's a fun
It's
conversation.
kind of hard.
Also-
Taves has been falling off the past couple of years, though.
Yep.
Points wise.
I texted the guys in our group chat the other day. I think it's a fun conversation. If Chris Kunitz is worthy of the Hall of Fame,
No.
this will be his 4th Stanley Cup, though, if he wins.
It doesn't matter.
I know, but sometimes
No,
overall winning.
No, he's secondary or third roles.
Cubs, man. It's those Cubs. I'm not saying
I'm trying to think
I
of
wouldn't
somebody
vote for him, but people would maybe.
What about the guys who played next to Henry Richard when he won 11 Cups? Did everybody on that team?
I bet you some of those guys made it because of him.
Well, yeah, but that team was also stacked. But, like, I mean, you're talking about a third liner.
Is that Rocket Richard's little brother?
Yeah.
Little Rocket or whatever his name is.
Pocket Rocket.
Pocket Rocket?
Yeah. 11 Stanley Cups as
ridiculous.
a player.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he won 5 in a row. And then he was on the 4 in a row, too.
Jesus Christ.
And then,
a couple year breaks in between.
I mean, that's how they got 26 cups before, or 25. No, 25.
I don't know. They haven't won since 93, so screw them.
It's all about the draft. That was before the draft, so they just,
hey, you're from Quebec.
You're good. Come on and play for us.
You're a la habitant.
He'll pay you a little money. You win a couple games, get to stop.
Yeah. All right, finish your cat-friendly thing, and then we're going to wrap it up.
I pretty much, I mean, that was pretty much, I'm just.
So you're able to make it fit.
Yeah, I mean, without a goalie, I still have $9,700,000.
That's ridiculous.
Just combining those. Obviously, Pittsburgh's got the better forwards, and Nashville's got the better D.
Mm-hmm.
Combining those two, scary, extremely scary team.
That's very scary. Sort of reminds me of like the.
Really good.
Let me try that. Reminds me of the 03 Devils. Or the 94-95 New Jersey Devils. Not them, because I don't think Scotty Niedermayer was on the team yet.
I don't think so.
Or if he was a rookie. This is alright. I don't like orange artificially flavored things. I love the fruit. So I've had this conversation.
Natural flavors.
I know, but it's not an actual orange. You know what I mean?
Purest ingredients.
I love bananas, pineapples,
by themselves.
Oranges by themselves. But when you put it in like a drink or a candy, I can't stand it. Now, watermelon flavored things, love them.
Leinenkugel's watermelon shandy, try it.
Or come hell or high watermelon, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
It's basically like the same thing.
I don't care that product, so.
Well, sorry, Tyler. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I hate that. I don't really like the fruit watermelon, but I love artificially watermelon flavored things. It's weird.
Yeah, that's true with some things. Like, I don't really like cherries, but I like cherry Coke. It's really good.
Cherry Coke or Dr. Pepper cherry is really good too.
No, I'm not a big fan of Dr. Pepper.
I gotta cut soda out of my diet. I gotta lose 15 pounds.
That's what I've been trying to do.
In a
it
wedding.
Helps that fast food and sweets. It's hard.
I don't eat fast food that much. I just eat a lot of pizza. I can't remember the last time I had fast food since moving home.
I had McDonald's today because I didn't go grocery shopping at all this weekend because I was working all the time, so I didn't have anything to make my lunch.
The perks of moving back home with your mom.
She makes your lunch.
She makes your lunch. She makes you dinner.
So
and
nice.
I just not. She doesn't always. She doesn't always
I'm
make
a better
lunch.
cook than Alice though. So
well, I typically, since I work a couple minutes from home, I just drive home and just raid our fridge and pull a grandma's boy and just cook anything and everything.
Grandma's boy.
Okay, let's wrap this up. Any last words, Tyler?
Let's go, Preds.
Let's go, Preds. Game 2 coming up tomorrow night?
Yep,
Tomorrow night, probably 8 o'clock. Because they got to deal with the West Coasters now.
Yep.
Did you see that the dude that threw the catfish got 3 counts of charges put against him?
I thought I liked it. I retweeted it or something. Like, he's facing like 98 days probation. There's like a $5,000 fine or something.
Yeah. He spent the night in jail, pretty much.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. He vacuum sealed it and then put it underneath his compression shorts.
Yeah. He took it out when he went to the bathroom.
That's why it was all disintegrated. That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
That is dedication right there.
But did you see his thing? What he said? He's like, I'm just a dumb redneck. He literally called himself a dumb redneck. Just trying to have fun.
I saw there's some like local market in Pittsburgh now. It says you have to have ID to buy catfish.
And then
Nashville fans don't even try.
I retweeted something that Greg actually liked on my Twitter, and it said the guy who threw the catfish should challenge his expulsion from the rink. It didn't even fully cross the blue line, and then has a picture of it because half of it's on the blue line.
That's good.
Yep, that is pretty
People
good. Ooh, Scott
creative.
Stevens is trending on Twitter. What's going on?
Oh, he resigned as a coach.
He has no plans set except to move back into his house in New Jersey. We'll take you.
Come on back to the family.
Come back home to the farm,
Player
baby.
personnel,
I
PR.
could see it. I could see it. Even though as soon as Ray came, he was like, "You're out."
That was a coaching decision, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you bring him into a PR.
Scott Stevens had a huge effect on Adam Larson. Huge effect.
Positive? I mean,
Positive, yes.
it's the same thing with Phil Housley and Nashville's defenseman.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I mean, the word is like, Lafayette doesn't even like tell him anything. It's all Housley back there.
Well, Housley's a future head coach too, so we'll see. Sabres? Well, no. Well,
improve that defense, please.
So I know we keep extending the ending of this, but in that 14-minute, you need to watch that 14-minute interview with Ray and Pierre,
I probably will tomorrow.
because they talk about expansion drafts, and he was saying that like for the first month of the playoffs, it's hard to like talk to anyone because the teams in the playoffs are the teams that are like salary cap strapped, that are probably in the realm of making moves.
Yeah.
So now that there's only 2 teams left, it's like everyone is just like, okay, so now that you're eliminated, sorry about that. What are you doing with expansion?
Like Anaheim.
Yeah,
with their
or
defenseman.
Minnesota.
Yeah.
But the New Jersey and Anaheim have a history of trading. I don't know if we'll trade anymore because we traded for Kyle Palmieri, we traded for Stefan Nason.
Trading Huemeyer over there.
Even though that was previous.
Shiro Prior.
Mm-hmm.
Lou Lamoretta.
10 years ago. Literally.
Yeah. Definitely interesting offseason. That's all I'm waiting for.
I know.
I
June
love
21st.
hockey. I love watching
June
hockey.
21st. 3 weeks,
Love
man.
Predators.
3 weeks.
I'm
3 weeks in a day.
I always love GM moves. What are they gonna do? What the rumors are? Who's going where? Who's signing where? How much? Who's getting traded for who? That's what I get off on.
Question.
Yes.
How comfortable are you with a Marvel fantasy draft?
Do a fantasy draft?
Yeah.
Not just a lineup.
No, because Cam and I were talking. We want to do.
I can brush. I mean, obviously, the like Avengers, like the major Avengers. After that, I'll have to definitely do some research. Get into the little.
Because Cam and I want to do one like within the next couple weeks. So for those listening, we did.
I think that's perfect. Come August time, when everything slows down and we need stuff to talk about.
All right, that's fine.
And Cam's off of school then still, so.
I just thought it would be fun. Because Cam and I have been talking about it for like a month and a half now, and he's super psyched about it.
Obviously.
But for those listening, we did a Star Wars pick your lineup related.
Really early.
Yeah, that was like second or third podcast that we ever did with the hockey content on here.
Yeah.
And we're looking to do a similar style, but with Marvel comic characters, fantasy draft style. So you pick someone, we move on, and then we just debate about it after.
Yeah.
And we were going to do that tonight in lieu of Greg not being able to join on the podcast tonight, but he gave us the green light to just have with the OG lineup.
Yep.
So look for that, I don't know, soon or later. We don't know. We don't really plan these things out very well.
Especially with Cam. It's hard.
Yeah.
You have to give him like 3 months in advance.
Mm-hmm. So I think that's it. Tyler, you good? I'm good.
I'm good.
Look for another podcast next week. Also, soccer's coming back. I don't know if you guys are excited about that, but I am. We got a U.S. men's national team game next Saturday, late at night, versus Venezuela. And then we have...
Venezuela?
Venezuela.
Yeah.
No, Venezuela. Then we got 2 World Cup qualifiers, June 8th and June 10th, I believe. Trinidad and Tobago, and then we're going down to Mexico. Those are huge games to get back on track in the Hex for World Cup qualifying. Let's go, U.S. men's national team. And Tyler, we'll see you next time.